That squish though, man, that squish is just so good. That squish is just so good. Good day to you all. I hope this video finds you well. This is kind of a part 2, or I should say ni hao, because this is our Chinese slide. This is our AG Whale 2. So I kind of really liked the other one. They were just massive. So I went and ordered them again. But instead of going through the 361 Sport website, I had noticed they were on Amazon. So, and you caught me, this is not an Amazon box. They came with the New Balance slides, so I reboxed them so I could do an unboxing. You caught me. So, yeah, so I got them on Amazon for $50. A little cheaper than the 361 Sport website. It's relative. I think they were $59 on the 361. So they had them, the sizing was limited on the on Amazon. The largest size they had was a 10, but the 11s that I had, or no, what'd I get? Did I get 11.5s? I think I got 11s. The 11s I got were so massive, I figured if I went down an entire other size, another whole size, then that might be the way to go. And if not, then oh well, Amazon will take them back. I've never had issues with returning Amazon things. These look like they've already been purchased and returned a couple times. They're a little dusty. I can usually tell when items have been returned once already. So, so we'll see if these fit. I hope there's not like an inconsistent shift between sizes. I've noticed that sometimes with certain brands and certain shoes. Like the jump between the 11 and the 12 is different than the jump between the 11 and the 10. So I'm hoping that jump is consistent and these aren't like super tiny. They look a little small at a glance. Ooh, there's a spider in the box. There's a spider in the box. Hang on, let me get him outside. Where did you come from, mister? All right. Forgive that. Okay, let me get these out, and I'll still read the sales pitch on these, just in case this is your first exposure to these. But if you want a real in-depth look, I'm gonna try not to repeat myself in this video. Yeah, these have been, there's a crease right there. These have been walked in already. I'm going to try not to repeat myself in this video. So this video probably won't be as in-depth as the other one. So go check out my AG Whale 2 review with the cream colorway if you want like super in-depth detail information. These are going to kind of be just a quick like part 2 revisiting size update to see if going down in an entire, so what would be a size and a half, because I wear 11.5 and these are 10. See if that's like the proper sizing information. But regardless, I'm still going to read the sales pitch. All right, AG Whale 2. These are the dark matter colorway. Ooh, they got a new one. They've got a Joker Cyber Marble. That looks amazing. If these are too small, or those are different. I'm getting sidetracked. Those look awesome. Let me tag those. If these are too small, I will send them back and get this this Joker Cyber Marble. They look relative, but they're different. So anyway, sorry. How did I get to a different? Struggling. They have them listed. They have this completely different design listed in the same category is these AG Whale 2s on the 361 Sport, so I'm getting entirely off topic here. All right, back to the AG Whale 2s. The write-up is drop-in ENRG-N40, the Energy N40 midsole for better cushioning, more comfort, easier cleaning, and odor-free in summer. Quick foam light structure for great support and responsiveness, suitable for water play activities, daily outfit, and off-court leisure time. All right, I'm going to, I want to get those jokers. Those look sweet. All right. That's all I'm going to read for the sales pitch. Sorry if that was very convoluted. So we'll take a look at these in hand. Again, I'm going to try not to repeat myself, but I honestly don't even remember what I said in the other video, so we'll just treat this like it's a brand new one. All right, the Whale 2. I ordered them in a 10. I wear a size 11.5. So we'll see how that sizing information carries. But the 11s that I had tried on initially were like boats on my feet. If you watch that video, you'll see. So we'll see how these 10s do. These are kind of like a Yeezy foam runner type design. I'll show it real quick. Here, we'll grab the gray ones. Since I did the, I can't think of the name of it, but, so you can see the similarities with the toe box, kind of the big oblong front to it, and these would look identical to a foam runner if they had the little heel, which they don't. These are more of like a mule design, but they share a lot of similar aesthetics. So these are a little more minimal with their cuts on the sides. There's just a couple oval cuts, and then we got a couple in the top. And then one thing I think that's better with the dark matter versus the cream ones that I had tried before is these little heel medallions aren't as noticeable. They don't pop out as much. Doesn't look like you have wheels on your heels. But that's how this insole is locking in though. On the inside, on the inner side of these, this one pops out and it is part of this insole, I will show you. And it also has another component in the bottom that locks in. These have a very cool outsole radial pattern to them. The cream ones look awesome. These don't look too bad, but they're not as colorful. A little more minimal if that's what you're going for. So we'll pull out the insole, and it's a big open cavity inside. And the insole fills most of that space. So it's very squishy. It's extremely squishy. That's kind of why I repurchased them. I plan on doing like a squishy footwear video, and these are at the top of the squish list. So I wanted to repurchase them for that video. And they're really not that bad. Just the sizing is the biggest challenge with these. So if you get them and you like them and they're just too big, just get a different size. But yeah, other than that, there's not much to say. They have some decent design elements going on, but you can tell that they're kind of a Yeezy, like a foam runner knockoff. There's a little bit of a curve at the heel to allow for kind of a rolling walk, little assistant, little aid. These may not be too bad. The European size is a 44, and I kind of wear like a 44, 45 European, so these might fit, but we'll see. All right, let's throw them on foot. Hopefully that stays locked in. The issue I had with the other one is it kept popping back out. So these seem to be a little more in line in terms of that aspect of it, but all right, let's throw them on foot. So these are definitely a little more low-key visually. If you thought the other ones were a little little too much. The dark matter is a little more low-key. So let's, moment of truth. How do the 10s fit? Not bad, not bad. My toes are kind of at the end, but they're soft enough. I need a 10.5. I need a 10.5. But these aren't terrible. But my toes are right at the end. My toes are right at the end. So I'm sure they would flex out. They're soft enough, but I got a little pressure on the top of my toes right there. So I needed a 10.5. But we'll still walk in them. We'll still talking about them so we can get a video out of it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send these back and I'm gonna get those jokers that I just saw on the 361 website. So these don't feel bad. They don't feel too bad actually as far as the sizing goes. So I mean, these might not be. You know, I still got pressure. That insole is rather thick. Which is a good thing because they're super squishy, but with them being thick like that, it raises my foot like all the way up to the top of that inner cavity. I showed you how big that cavity was, and it just you can see I can lift the top of it there. So my toe is kind of pressing right at the top there. So I should have went with the 10.5s, but they didn't have them on Amazon, so we'll send these back too. But the sizing is a little better though than the 11s in terms of the fit. I think having them a little smaller is better than having them a little bigger. But man, that's kind of frustrating because I wanted these for that squish video because these are actually really comfy. They don't have a whole lot of ergonomic to it, but they have a lot of squish to it. So as you step down in them, it kind of fills, it provides a little arch support. And just that compression under the heel is very nice, very comfortable. These are kind of on the higher end of the squish spectrum, you could say. Let's get a action angle down below. You know, the sizing discrepancy with these shoes, I think, creates the majority of my content. If it weren't for sizing issues, I wouldn't have videos. Not entirely, but that seems to be the main point that I discuss with all these foam shoes is the sizing. So hopefully it saves some people having to buy the wrong size. So definitive sizing advice on these is to go down one full size. So my 11.5 foot size, I need a 10.5 in these. And they only have 10s on Amazon, so if I want to get these again, I'm going to have to go through that 361 Sport website. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I want to do that in the future. I could always just incorporate footage from this video when I do that list, that squishy footwear list. But I really like these. It's just a struggle to get the right size. Yeah, and these, my heel is right at the back there. Like I kind of, if I slide back a little bit, my heel's pressing on the back lip there. So I don't know. But these are good though, if you can get the size right. So I don't know what else I have to say about them that I didn't already address in the initial video on them. So I guess this is more or less just checking out the different colorway and another shot at the sizing. These are actually very sporty fitting, with them being a little more snug. Like I don't have pressure at the end so much. Like I can slide my foot forward a little more, but I've got pressure on the roof. You can see my, I can press up on it. It's like right there. And then my toe's kind of poking out. That was one of the criticisms with this particular foam shoe, is where these cuts are. Your toes are right there too. So with this model being a little short on me, my toes can kind of pop out on it. So it's not a horrible thing with you got socks on, I guess. But if you're wearing them barefoot, you don't really want your toes hanging out. At least I don't personally, but yeah. So these are one of the most comfortable, squishy foam shoes that I've tried on so far. It's just the sizing. You just got to get the sizing right. They just run a size too large. But other than that, like, I don't have a whole lot to complain about these. Like, they're good. They're good. I think they look a little better in the black. They're not so loud. But yeah, these are comfy, man. These are really comfy. Just that sizing. So I'll keep an eye out. I don't really want to buy them again through that 361 Sport website because it comes all the way from China. And it, I don't know, I just hate having to have things shipped from overseas. I think that was one of the appeals with buying them off of Amazon with these 10s, is that they were shipped domestically, so it didn't take that long for them to get here. So we'll, third time's a charm. We'll see if we can find another colorway and try to get them in a 10.5. I don't know. I'm kind of getting discouraged at this point with these, but that squish though, man, that squish is just so good. That squish is just so good. So props to 361 or whoever designed this on that insole squish, that Energy 40. It's good. It's very comfy. You just gotta get your American sizing situated. One improvement these could have is a little more arch support too. Like I said, the footbed is relatively flat and it fills the arch within the compression. But if you had a little more of a arch support there that just automatically filled the arch without having it to compress down into it, that would be an improvement. But yeah. All right, I think that's all for these. The AG Wheel 2 Part 2. So we'll see if there's a Part 3 in the future. I try. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I have a couple more coming, but it might be a little bit. My vehicle is kind of dying. I'm gonna have to get a new vehicle, so my funds for slides might be a little limited for the immediate future. But you know, I've got a bunch of slides that I had gotten before I started the channel that I never did videos on, like the Yeezy slides I never did a video on, or the Croc Echo slides I did do a video on. So there's a bunch that I still have to review. They won't be unboxing videos, but nonetheless, they'll be informative videos. So if I'm not able to acquire new slides for the upcoming future, I'll still keep making videos, and I'll just record slides that I've already owned for a little while. So I'll keep on the content. Oh, I got to do the top 5 video, and I want to do like a top 5 squishy video like I was referencing in this one. So regardless of my financial situation, there will be future content. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.